Today we're gonna make the perfect thing for an Easter lunch or spring lunch. Hi everyone, I'm Karen Ahmed and today on Cravings blog, we're making mutton chops.
I'm used to fairy tales, my dreams beneath my feet.
Chops. For those of you that don't eat any baby animals for ethical reasons, this is a great alternative. Mutton chops can either be sheep that's over a year old or goat. I'm going to create a very simple marinade and then I prefer to marinate these chops overnight. Once that's done, I'm quickly going to sear it in a pan and then put it into a hot oven where it's going to cook for about half an hour and then it's ready to serve. So let's get started. Let's start by preparing a really simple marinade. I've got about 6 cloves of roasted garlic. Now this is the roasted garlic recipe that I have on my channel under basic recipes. You can use regular roasted garlic, but if you can make this recipe, I highly recommend it because it already has spices in it and it has onions and it really has a completely different flavor. So what I'm gonna do is just mash it down, and a mojito muddler is actually just perfect for the job. So trying to get out as many lumps as possible. It's really well roasted, so it comes to a paste very quickly. Once that's done, I'm going to add some other spices. I'm going to add a teaspoon of cumin powder. Cumin just adds a whole other depth of flavor to any kind of meat. A teaspoon of crushed black pepper. And I've got a teaspoon of my homemade red chili paste. Now this is another really simple recipe. You can find this recipe as well on my channel under basic recipes. I'm going to mix this up. Of course, add salt to taste. Salt is really important. And then I'm going to add the juice of a lime. You can use lemon if you like, but lime I find just has a sharper flavor. So simple. I'm going to squeeze all of that in. This lime is also going to help tenderize the meat. And mix it up. Now this is ready to be spooned onto my chops. I'm going to just rub this over the chops on both sides, and then I'm going to put it in the refrigerator and keep it overnight. These are nice and chilled now, and I'm just going to add a tiny bit of olive oil to the top, and it's ready to be quickly seared in a hot pan before it goes into the oven. And when it does go into the oven, I'm just going to add some onions at the bottom just to keep these chops really nice and juicy. So let's start searing them. Now I'm going to just sear these chops about a minute on each side, and once that's done, I'm just going to pull it out. I'm going to put it into my baking dish that has onions at the bottom, and what this is going to do is make the chops really nice and juicy. Then it's going to go into a preheated oven, 350 degrees. We don't want to cook it for too long, maybe 20 minutes to half an hour is all that it needs. Otherwise, it tends to get really dry.
I'm used to fairy tales, my dreams beneath my feet.
Half an hour has elapsed and I've pulled these delicious mutton chops out of the oven. They are encrusted with the beautiful spiced garlic and chili salted jam almost, and they're just delicious. Now don't forget, if you want the recipe for the spiced garlic and the chili paste, both of those available on my channel at youtube.com/cravingsblog, together with a whole other bunch of recipes that you're going to love. So thank you so much for joining me, and see you next time on Cravings blog.